Hey, hey, hey. Welcome back. Hopefully this is working. Hey, it's Chris Sandeman, and I'm reaching out to you from Little Rock, Arkansas. And we were in Harrisburg, Pennsylvania the other day, and we did a visit of the Harrisburg State Capitol building, the Pennsylvania State Capitol building in Harrisburg. I thought, well, why not do a quick visit of the Arkansas State Capitol building here in Little Rock as well. So that's our plan, and that's what we're going to be doing for the next half hour or so. Starting inside, I'm right outside the Senate chamber doors right now. Unlike in Harrisburg, in the Pennsylvania Capitol building, where we could get into the galleries, both in the House and the Senate. We can't do that here. We're going to take a quick look in. We're going to walk down through the main rotunda and head over to the House of Representatives side, and then we're going to head down into the ground floor and walk out through the tunnel so we can get a look at the outside and the massive, gorgeous bronze doors that used to be the entryway into the building, as well as a view of the building from the outside. All right, so Cass Gilbert. Cass Gilbert's the co-architect for this building, and we know Cass because we know him from New York City and a bunch of buildings that he had done there. There's one of them right there. That is the Woolworth building over on Broadway. It's a Cass Gilbert building. We got another one right here. Ooh. Hey, Jenny Jean. This is the Purple Heart. That there is the MetLife building, familiar building of the New York skyline. And here we have another one. And this is the Alexander Hamilton Customs House, also where the New York free walking tours start from. Oh, back into it. There it is. Great. So the Alexander Hamilton Customs House, no longer a customs house. It is today the Museum of the Native Americans. So, great place to go visit. Ultimately, what else do we have? Oh, we've got the Thurgood Marshall Courthouse. Hey, Nikki. Welcome to Arkansas. Welcome to Little Rock. Thurgood Marshall Courthouse in New York City as well. And then finally, of course, the building that we're in right now that we're going to be exploring, it's this one. It's none other than the Arkansas State Capitol building. Hey, Raymond, good to see you. Thanks for joining us here in Little Rock, Arkansas, as we explore their state capitol building. So, all of these buildings, Cass Gilbert was the man involved in. He was a co-architect of the building that we're in right now. And I'm just taking these photos all out, as you can see. Great. All right. Nikki, how's the road trip going? It's coming along. It's my last day of driving right now, and I'll make it to San Antonio, Texas later on this evening. So, but stretching my legs, and I wanted to share this with you guys because I wanted to give you Little Rock, a little surprising. It's an interesting place, I don't think I'd move here necessarily anytime soon, but pretty interesting history here on the Arkansas River, which is a major tributary into the Mississippi. Hey, Brenda, good to see you. Le Petit Roche is what it was first called, the Little Rock, because in 1722, French explorers made their way up from the Mississippi, and they came up the Arkansas River, and they saw a rock outcropping. And from that rock outcropping, a little plateau behind it, and they thought, well, this is the Little Rock. Up the river, there was a bigger rock, so that's how they were able to do the two of them. And Nikki, yes, Bill Clinton's hometown. I'm not sure if he's actually originally from Little Rock, but I think he was born in Little Rock. Certainly there's a major boulevard named after him here, and you can feel Bill Clinton's presence as you explore around. So let's explore around ourselves a little bit as we go. Keep the questions coming, keep talking, keep chatting, but I want to show you guys some stuff my ugly mug and start to give you a feeling of where we are. So this side, just like in the other state capitol building that we're in Harrisburg, you've got a Senate chamber and you've got a House of Representatives chamber. The two of them making up the legislature, right? The legislation makers, the lawmakers. And you can see their different desks here. If we zoom a little bit, we can see the names of those senators and their microphones. Maybe also their voting apparatuses, or maybe they do voice roll call. And above you can see the Senate gallery, which we'll get into right now. It's locked up. So, but beautiful. Might not be able to see too much of that, but absolutely beautiful stained glass ceiling, which when we get out of the building, we'll be able to see where this kind of corresponds to. And let's do our first turn around and start seeing all of this absolutely stunning marble and gorgeous colonnades throughout the space. Right, Nikki, the seal on the carpet. Well, using notes today taken from the Arkansas State Capitol website. It's given me lots of facts and information about this great building, which was constructed between 1899 and 1915 on the site of the old state penitentiary. And actually, the entire building uses predominantly slave labor to build it, which by the 1899-1915 period we were calling prison labor. But make no mistake about it, it's slave labor. It's kind of neat view along here, some of the different county flags, as well as we walk along, we can see the general assemblies of past legislators from past years. Here's 1993, noticeably African-American, black guy there, back on the pictures. When we go upstairs and we look at some of the older images from years gone by. This is a picture from the 1950s that I found stuck away upstairs, and you'll notice in this particular picture, no women, no African-American people, no minorities whatsoever, of course. Those are the years of deep segregation. But they did include pictures of their wives and children along with their state pictures. Anyway, things change and it's a good thing. Now we're coming along over to the house side. Hey guys, how's it going? Of the building, which was designed, as I said, by our friend Cass Gilbert. And George Mann was his colleague. George M-A-N-N. The plan back then at the turn of the century was for the building not to end up costing more than $1 million. That's what they were kind of aiming for. Here we are over now on the House side. So this is the House of Representatives side. The larger body. Mimosa, great question. Is it allowed to record here? There are no posted signs. I couldn't record here, which means that, yes, it is. Although I still feel like it's probably okay for me to record in Pennsylvania. Anyway, here's the state seal. And as we look up past the president's, or the Senate president's lectern above the gallery, we'll see that on this side we also have a chandelier hanging from the center of a stained glass rotunda. Beautiful, absolutely beautiful. Okay, let's head back down in the space. And Mimosa, by the way, thank you for that callback. Great callback to the tour the other day and my concerns about sneakily recording. I really appreciate that. It's nice to a little callback. Well, the building, which I said was only supposed to cost $1 million, ended up costing $2.3 million. in the end. People were a little bit outraged. Ironically, when you compare it to our last Capitol building, which cost $13 million, and ended up with 5 people in jail for graft convictions, it feels like the $1 million to $2.3 million wasn't such a bad overspend. And here we are looking up now to the top of the rotunda itself. That cupola that we see up there in the distance, that is 213 feet above ground level. So a lot less gold leaf in here than in Pennsylvania, but still a very beautiful, beautiful building, which you can tell has been well cared for by the state capitol staff. The facilities division of the Arkansas Secretary of State's office are the ones charged with maintaining this 247,000 square foot facility. The cupola itself is covered in gold leaf, but we'll see that when we get outside. Inside, not a lot of that extra spending. So the marble that we're looking at along the walls here comes from Vermont, as does the marble on the floor. As we pan up and we look back towards the columns that we see, the columns actually come from Colorado. When we exit the building, there's going to be a grand staircase, and that's from Alabama stone. Now, the exterior of the building is covered in limestone. That was quarried near Batesville, Batesville, Arkansas, pardon me, while a softer Indiana limestone is actually used for the dome, the cupola itself. Probably also lighter, which makes sense. Well, it's a neoclassical style, which was not actually, if I think about it, Cass Gilbert's really kind of most prominent style of architecture. Think of him more of a Beaux-Arts guy, but style's changing, and of course, what was being built in 1907 isn't necessarily what was being built by 1915. So 1911 is when the General Assembly first convened here in the building. Even though it was unfinished, it would not be completed for another 4 years. They'd already come in. Right, Brenda asks, have you been allowed special access? No one else seems to be in here right now, and that is true. It's pretty quiet right now inside here, and the only people I have seen, ironically, I did see a couple of folks who looked like they were potentially, unfortunately, homeless, and they were seeking warmth from what is a cold day today. Well, on the other end of the building is where the governor's office is. It's closed, we can't go in there. But over here, we can see the old Supreme Court Senate Committee room. And this is a pretty cool space for us to check out really quick. You can really get a feeling of this old-timey courtroom. And up there, of course, where the Supreme Court of Arkansas sit. Nice detailing up on the ceiling here. Whoop. Let's see if we can get a little bit of a view out these beautiful windows. Back to the tapestry. And well, it's a nice sunny day, even if it's quite chilly outside. Come on, let's go around and make our way down to the front doors and give you a sense of what it looks like from the outside. Brenda asks, Chris, is there a charge to enter the building? Auditorium? No, there's not. Monday through Friday, they actually offer free guided tours of the space. On the weekend, no guided tours. I actually read that the building was closed to the public, but clearly it's open, and here we are, being able to explore it a bit. There's all these legislative offices around the space. Oh, look at these cool little, almost like Macy's or Saks Fifth Avenue windows, or Christmas stories. It's nice. Gus's Drive-In. I guess that must be, maybe that's Gus's famous chicken. Christmas. All right, come on, let's head out. Hey, Cass. Got this great Christmas tree. Now, in the old days, this was not the entrance. We would actually enter through the doors above, which we're gonna go take a look at. I'll neat real quick 2 checks. At the Capitol Press Room over on that side. And I guess in theory, during the you'd have people coming through these metal scanners. And over here, the Capitol Police. So, but the whole place was really nice, kind of Christmassy feeling. I like the fact that the guards guarding the entrance right next to the Capitol Police office are actually Nutcracker guards from, you know, the Nutcracker story. I think it's pretty cool. All right, let's see if we can get out here. Oh, chilly, but sunny and nice out. And here we can now get our first view of the exterior of the building. As well as the staircase, which will be over here, which comes from Alabama. We also can see, we'll take a look at the cupola in a second. First, let's head up and look at these massive bronze doors. And these beautiful bronze doors are a hallmark of this building. Very much, I think, one of the more impressive features. There's 6 of them all together, right? 3 sets of 2. And just look at these guys, how cool they are. Really, really neat. Ah, and super shiny. Hi, it's Chris here. 10 foot tall and weighing several tons. They are 4 inches thick. Originally purchased from Tiffany & Company in New York for $10,000 back in 1910. Remember, 1911 is when the assembly first sits. Today, the doors are valued at around $250,000. And as I was saying, these were the main entrance to the building until September 11th. Then for security reasons, couldn't have people coming back through here again. But here's the thing. Bronze, right? Bronze does this after a bit of time, right? It starts to oxidize and it turns green. But look, it's all shiny and polished because they literally have people polishing these doors once a week. Every door gets completely polished weekly, every week. What a great job. You're the Capitol building door polisher guy, or lady. Great work. From what I learned from our locksmith and our friend in Pennsylvania, in Harrisburg, he said it's a good job to be part of the maintenance crew of one of these Capitol buildings. So, well, let's walk down the front. Home second. Let's take a view of what you see heading up Capitol Avenue here. That's the view that as you approach the Capitol, right, you'd be coming the opposite direction, and you would see us here. Oop. Okay. As we walk a little bit down the stairs, let me show you a couple of photos of the Capitol building in progress as they were actually building it. So, there you go. And this is that cupola that we're going to see above us. Let's take a look. Having a little issue, as you guys can tell. Oh gosh. That's what happens when my screen gets cold and my fingers get cold. There we go. Yeah. There is the Capitol building in that photo in construction. That's not the right photo. I can tell it's not the right photo. Sorry. That's terrible, guys. Well, I do have a picture of it at completion. 10,000 for all the doors, Brenda. What was that price tag on those doors? 10K is how much they paid Tiffany & Co. in New York City for those doors. Cass Gilbert would have had a relationship with the Tiffany's already. And today, they cost together, I suppose, is the idea, $250,000. So, yeah. Right, Jenny? I agree with you. Jenny writes the Tiffany's doors are beautiful. Come on, photo. There it is. Yeah, they really are the kind of the centerpiece of this building, I think. So, well, there we go. Neoclassical style. Beautiful blue sky day. We can see if we zoom in a little bit up here, that's the Senate or the House Representatives gallery that we looked at. That's that stained glass roof there that we would have seen. Hey, Diana. And I'm so sorry, Liliana. I cannot translate into Spanish. I wish I could. Back down again. And making our way along the building back to the other side where the other legislative house kind of cupola is up there. But really pretty building. Really pretty building. I'm satisfied with that. Thank you, Arkansas, for having this really attractive building. Thank you, Little Rock. It's been a nice visit. I've got to get going, guys. I'm going to hit the road. And next time we talk, I will be in Texas and reaching out to you from there. So have a great rest of your weekend. Have a great Sunday still. And ciao for now. Chris Sandeman signing off from Little Rock, Arkansas.